Hey, YouTubers and friends. You know what it is. It's Tuesday night, and this is Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano minus the Treasure Vixens tonight, and our special guest, AndyThraxx Mining, all the way from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Don't go away because we'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, the Treasure Vixens, and I.
You got his
I saw that intro. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I just redid it the other day.
I know. I saw that. I liked it.
I liked it too. How'd you like the hand at the end?
Yeah, I saw that. Of
With,
course, now I've got all that artwork.
Treasure hunting and thrift storing and bottle digging and gold prospecting and detecting.
So now what? I got to do that all over again?
Hi, everybody.
Do what all over again?
For the shirts or what?
What about the hoodies?
Always evolving. It's up to you, brother. I can send you the picture, and that's all up to you. Look at all these totally awesome people in here.
Oh, yeah. Well, so we're live, of course.
Well, we have been for a little bit.
Just messing. So, hey, look. Hi, Nikki.
Nikki's back.
We'll work on it, Paulie. We'll work on asking Andy embarrassing questions.
Richard. What's up, Richard?
Maybe I'll talk Paulie into calling in.
There's
and he can.
Spider Ace, what's up?
Magnetic Squatch. Welcome, sir.
welcome, all of you.
Magnetic Squatch here in Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome.
We've seen him around.
There's our best moderator ever, Mr. Lodax.
Mr. Lodax.
Hi. Quest for Gold. Lou.
Terry Marshall, welcome, our Australian friend, along with Nikki. I'm glad you back safe, Nikki. A quick prayer for all of people in flood danger down in New South Wales or elsewhere. Old dog. Rose is stuck at work tonight, old dog. Sorry. We miss her. Hey, Justin Britt, how you doing? Mad Hatter Prospecting. Peener, Heavy Meadow, Jeremy from Partridge Family. Mama Partridge.
What's up, Thomas? Thomas is here.
Lucky Ducky Thomas folks is in the house. Spider and Mel, good to see you. Hope we look good on your big screen TV.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. I hope that Zid isn't like a big bullseye.
Guaranteed to get rid of all the mice in your house on a big screen.
Hi, Sally Reese. How you doing?
Dennis Hendrick, what's up, Dennis?
That just made me think of Reese's chocolate.
Oh yeah, look at that. I see 47 people in watching and 24 likes. Make it 47 likes, people.
Oh, get that like.
Let's get a like spike going. I'll steal that from my friend Sam the Adventure Man and Adventures with Purpose. Yeah, let's get a like spike. Wait. 1, 2, like spike! Sorry, Sam, I had to do it. Hey, Reg, good to see you. Everyone, all of you, thank you very much.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh. Ooh.
So what'd you do this weekend or last weekend? I saw you on Gold Prospector Space Sunday night.
Who?
You.
I saw you there too.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lodak was there.
Yeah, even Mr. Lodak called in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
but
He's doing space, of course.
of course. He had his mask on for a moment.
Yeah.
So.
Man, Lucky Ducky was in there for a while.
Yeah.
He started to sound like Swiftwater though. You don't understand.
Oh, poor Swifty.
I know, we pick at him.
Unfortunately, he makes it rather easy.
Yeah. Yes, he does. That was cool that they opened it up like that. Maybe a little too many people at one time, but it was cool.
Oh, wait, what's here? NorCal Prospecting. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, super chat.
For the super chat. Also, we have a new member to the YouTube memberships. Jason AU Colorado. If you're in the house tonight, thanks for joining. But we have a prospector. Of course, I'm assuming he's from Vancouver Island, British Columbia.
I have to address Heavy Metal's question here.
Okay.
Excuse me. It's a private name. Only a few people are allowed to say that. So we'll leave it at that.
Right. Rydell something.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll be privy to it. But that all depends on him. Center of the Earth Mining, good to see you. Been a while. And run for the hills! Mining. Huh?
Can't wait to see you again, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good seeing Ron at Flash Bash. I'm excited. It's getting close. Getting close.
I think we're getting raided, Ed.
Are we having a Jersey History Hunters raid?
Looks like it. Someone come in, pew, 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 pew.
But at 5 o'clock on Tuesday night, Digging with Deej has a really good show. And at 7, the Jersey History Hunters, Audra and Rach have a really great show. But tonight's show on Deej, she did a really good job with some divers we've had on our show in the past, except for Down Under Dan. But Jacob from Chaos Divers and Jeremy from Exploring with Nug was on, and just check it out. If you didn't see it, go check it out to Digging with Deej, and you'll enjoy it. But Jesse was saying something, then he vanished.
Turned into AU.
I had a coughing fit there for a second. Yeah. No, I just said that we were being raided.
Well,
Mar videos came in. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, you're too kind, Melanie. Oh, if it was what it once was, maybe my voice too rough from cigarettes. Uh-oh, I might get a copyright notice.
Strike.
River Sticks Outdoor, hello.
Reeds, good to see you. All right, now we're a whopping 11 minutes into this, and Andy's being really cool. Oh, we should have warned him. He should have brought some gold porn.
Oh yeah,
I got you covered.
Oh, I figured.
Watch that show,
Yeah, that's right. He did. No wonder my analytics jumped up for a few days. You know, Andy was watching past shows.
Easy watching.
No, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of you like Moto Mining out there, our friend from Vancouver, Vancouver Island, has been waiting for the show for a while, and so have I. Andy was so cool to accept my invitation. I'm gonna pin him, Jesse.
Pin him.
Pin
Hey,
him.
you calm down, Nikki. He'll bring it out when he's ready.
What?
Take
What?
it easy. She's all excited about the gold porn. Take it easy.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get you, you gold porn freaks. We'll get there. Oh, welcome to Tuesday Night Hangout Live, Andy.
Thank you so much
Well,
for having me.
You must have brought over a lot of people with you because I see a lots of different names I haven't seen before in here tonight. You know.
I hope so. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
I'm struggling to read the comments just to see everybody that's here. I just wanted to make sure I said hey to everybody, but I'm inevitably going to miss some of them as they pass by quickly.
So here, let's do this. If you guys have a question for Andy, tag either me, Ed, or Dano, or you can even tag Andy, so that we can see it. Otherwise, you know, we do struggle to try to get some of these questions in for you guys, so it helps if you tag us. That right, Mr. Lodak.
And
show them how it's done.
We have another very good moderator around the treasure hunting hand. Ambient Girl Digs. Nancy's an excellent moderator, and
Ambient Girl.
She's
Hello.
also a moderator on my other channel at Marvin Live. What color are your socks? Andy Pioneer Polly wants to know.
I'll wear any socks as long as they don't match each other. That's my good luck tactic for prospecting.
That's where my socks go.
Yeah. That's right.
And I always thought the washer and dryer ate them, but they vanish and go to Andy's claim to be worn by him.
That's right.
The island of misfit socks.
Is there a reason for that?
I think it's just there's no time to fold them properly or get them grouped in by color. So
are you like me and just pour all your clean clothes on your bed and get them when you want them instead of
that's right. I have a dresser that's dead empty, and then there's a pile in the room that's like 4 feet high, and I just rummage through it and find what I need.
Clean pile, dirty pile.
That's right. Yeah.
Classic odd couple.
There's no time for folding laundry.
I can't tell whether my socks are in pairs or not because they're all white.
Oh yeah.
So it might not be the exact right foot with the left foot, but you know, I don't care.
That's right. Yeah, they're almost disposable these days.
Reg has a question. Putting it in our chat. I have a question for Andy. Has he ever done any hard rock mining or mining in Ontario?
No, nothing outside of BC. And I'm super interested in hard rock mining, but haven't even began. So I will be delving down that path soon.
So how long have you been mining? How long have you been prospecting, mining?
It was 2010, so I guess 10, 11 years now.
Yeah. But
sorry, say again?
I said that's about when I started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into it. I honestly didn't think anybody else in the world thought about placer. And I was like, I'm on to something here. And it was the same summer that Gold Rush was filming their first season. And little did I know, within a few months, the entire world would go on a whole new Gold Rush. And yeah, everybody knows about it now, and it's quite popular.
Very.
So it
You couldn't
wasn't very
find it.
popular really on the island?
The island, I think, took a bit to kind of take off, but it's growing like really fast here. And we see a lot of people now. There's actually several Facebook groups, and there's the big club that was that's been on the island for years now, that it's, you know, it's growing. And yeah, it seems to be really taking off. There's actually a lot more going on North Island. You know, it's really hard to find anybody or any information other than history. And now there's a lot of people that are around that are doing it. And there's quite a few guys on the island, that 9/11 prospecting, and more than I can even think of at this point.
Don't forget about that time too. About that time too, gold went up.
Yeah.
That's right. It was right when it hit, it broke 1,000 an ounce, and people started rethinking it.
Right. See, no, I think when I got into it, it was about it just started hitting the 1,800 mark the first time.
Wow.
Oh,
You know.
some of these comments.
Oh, no.
Mummy's Partridge, laugh my effing ass off. Does he wear the undies on the right days? Sunday holy undies? Oh my goodness.
We did tell you that we would go wherever the chat takes us.
That's right.
Did you
I had
just
a
come
feeling
up
there would
with
be a
the
question.
mining metaphor, panning for gold and sifting for matching socks? I did it, but it sounds like you did, Squatch. Sorry, I just had to throw those in there.
So Reg has a comment. Can you see his comment there? I'll read it for you.
It's hard to find.
Info in Ontario, Andy. I'm just getting started prospecting a site in Havelock, Ontario. Got to go for a week, but looks promising. So must be someplace you know.
I'm not familiar
That's
with the place.
Ontario. That's above us. But you know, Ontario is where we got all our gold, and
Right.
no, our north of the Great White North brothers and sisters, you can't have your gold back. It came here illegally, and we're detaining it. And what I find, I keep. But you could always buy it. I sell my gold. Ask Spider Ace Prospecting. Hey, Gold Pro Unlimited. What was her name? Doggone it. We had her on the show. She had Eldorado up in Ontario.
Kim Woodside.
Yeah, Kim Woodside. I hear there's some promising land there, though. And I say if there's hard rock, there's placer. So go for it. The glaciers probably did leave some behind. It's been 10,000 years or so since then, though. So
My theory is that there's going to be a percentage, maybe not high, but it's going to be everywhere. Anywhere the earth is eroding, or glaciers were, or, you know, rivers cut through the rock.
Right. Well, like Ed was saying, here in Ohio, our gold is glacial gold. Well, as along the whole northern border of the country, the gold there is mostly glacial gold. Yeah, there are places out west that have, you know, their own, but for us, our gold comes from Canada. You know,
It's been shoved down by the glaciers.
right. Now, Holy Toledo, mother of.
Holy, whoa, holy, holy.
Oh
Big money.
man, you out to get a nuclear. Thanks for a super chat for that one, Willie.
Thanks for the
Oh
super
my
chat.
God. You're as bad as Pioneer Polly. Thank you very much. Woo. Wait a second
That's
while I
cool.
catch my breath.
Yeah, okay. Did you I'm gonna step off the subject here for a second.
Make it rain, Polly says. Make it
Yeah,
rain.
did you watch the Treasure Vixens last video? They're going through they're doing the mud marking. They found Spider's cave with the printing machine in it.
I did see that actually.
That's their latest one.
Yeah.
The Treasure Vixens' latest video. Check it out. They found Spider's printer.
Is that a viaduct that they're in? Or an aqueduct, I guess they call it?
Yeah, there's a sewer system runoff from the city. Those are all
Oh,
sewer
wow.
lines. Yeah, those are all sewer lines. So yeah, that's what they were walking.
There was enough white balloons that they found they could have a party.
They can float away.
Yeah, that's right. It was like a birthday.
Oh.
I'm impressed with that. I want to go. I want to just go everywhere and look for anything. I really want to try the magnet fishing. That seems so exciting.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's a blast. Yeah, we're starting to get into that too. Like in fact, I asked you about that earlier. You get involved in other aspects of treasure hunting because, like we said earlier, we do more than just gold. I mean, we started at just doing gold, but then, metal detecting, and then we got an opportunity to do some exploring in a place, and Ed and I come into a bottle dump, and that was cool. And he found a really cool bottle, and
Yeah, nice cobalt blue bottle. It was cool.
Oh,
I want to go dig in that ravine again, Jesse. I mean, dig into it, see what we could uncover. I bet you it's old.
Yeah, you never know.
And that ghost town's right there and across the river too. So.
Yeah. So have you done anything like that yourself, or is that something you might think you might want to?
We got some detectors now. Like I finally am getting there. I've been spending so much time with opening permits and trying to go to like the small mechanized mining that I overlooked a bunch of stuff. But now Paulie and I actually share a couple metal detectors, so I have the access to them, and I cannot wait to go out and find my first nugget. I've never found any gold with a metal detector.
Oh, really? It's cool.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's just a blast.
I just can imagine. All the best stuff's found that way.
I got my Mine Lab Monster 1000. When we went out to California, my first nuggets.
No way.
Yeah. Almost 4 grams right there.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That whole weekend or that whole
awesome
day,
weekend.
we all came down the mountain or back up the mountain with nuggets in our poke, and they were all found metal detecting. Dano, Jesse, I, and we were with 2 other YouTubers that day, 3 other YouTubers that day. Two Toes, Smith Gold, and Top Cat Prospecting. All great guys. I think my total was 6.5, wasn't it? Like that, 6.4 grams.
Unreal.
Oh, it was awesome.
A total take for all of us was an ounce and a quarter, I think it was.
It was like an ounce and a quarter total between all of us.
And check it out, all in one little spot.
That is so impressive. And, you know, they can't tell you it's not there anymore.
Not that little, because Ed found his a little bit further away from where we were, but the majority was in one spot.
Wow.
Yeah, I was fairly high. I was about 8 feet above you guys too. Nice crack though, nice long crack. Took me all frickin' day to clean. I cleaned that crack, oh did I, and I pulled out some nice, as Polly would say, candy.
Andy, yeah.
And it tasted like gold, all right.
When he found that one piece, everybody heard it. Everybody in that valley heard it, dude.
That's right. You always yell out like that, and then you look around, shoot, everyone's gonna come now. Yeah.
All of a sudden, all the metal detectors are moving over to him.
Yeah, everyone's grabbing their bag, heading your way.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you'll go through cleaning an area when you know there's gold there, right? And you just keep moving and moving stuff.
Yeah.
It was a really a cool day that day. Yeah, you'll enjoy it finding your first nuggets. Actually, those are my first nuggets I've ever found in any way.
No kidding.
Yeah. I've been given and I've had nuggets before I bought them and I found pickers, but those are my first nuggets. I found them all that same day.
Jesse, just wait till you do it sniping. When you're
Oh,
underwater sniping, or you're dredging underwater and you can see them going up your nozzle. That's both exciting, but that has never happened to me in Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I didn't say hi to somebody. Hi, Raven and Smagarak.
Raven and Skipper Rock, how you doing? It's good to see you. He knows I'm busting his balls. He's cool with it. Good to see you, Skipper Rock. Raven, I'm gonna have to check out your other channel. So,
Oh, did she ever find her snuffer bottle?
I don't know.
Did you find your snuffer bottle, Raven?
You could ask her that when she's a guest. We have Andy right here.
Oh, okay.
But I do have some picture porn sent to me by none other than Pioneer Polly. I could share.
Uh-oh. Where's he got pictures of?
I'm sure they're probably something going to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I am excited to find some bottles at Moto Mining. I think he gets to all the searching spots before me or something. That guy has so much luck, and any bottles I find, they're broken, but looking forward to finding some relics too. Man, he knows how to get it.
You know, when I was in Nevada, out wandering around in the desert and stuff, and I would see bottles out there all the time. And back then, I didn't realize the value of bottles that I was looking at, you know, how people collect them and stuff. Just, you know, and they were everywhere. Old whiskey bottles, old medicine bottles, just laying out in the desert, you know.
Everything of mine just disappeared off my screen. Sorry about that. If people saw it, my screen vanished. I was trying to get the picture Polly sent me good without me and everybody, a bunch of other stuff. I wasn't set up for sharing pictures.
You were?
No.
I was gonna Reg there mentioned something about he's not been finding much. There's in his first year, but I actually didn't find any gold my first year. And it was my best, my first claim was the best claim I got, and the one that I had my mining operation on. And yet I found no gold because I just needed to watch more YouTube videos on how to find it, I guess.
That's a good way.
Takes a bit of time.
It's only a small part of what you got to learn, right?
That's so true. Yeah.
No, it's a good way to get started. It's a good way to get an idea, but you still got to get out there and you still got to have people help you.
Here's a cool picture Polly sent. I want to know if that's really painted on it though. And the magnetic squatch, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Now,
Paulie says the best piece, his best pieces were on your claim.
Yeah, some of the nicest, maybe not the biggest, but we were lucky that, you know, oh yeah, that's killer. That's the new addition to the prospecting fleet.
How big is that jet boat? It looks like it's only like 10 feet long.
Totally photoshopped, yeah. I sent him a picture of a black Lear jet with the Pioneer Poly logo on it, and I was like, you know, when are we heading out of town? And then he fired that back. It was it's exactly what I wanted.
And here's some gold porn. Look at that nice full. How big's that vial? Is that like a 2-ounce vial?
That's a 4-ounce jar, but believe it or not, it actually shoves full with 5 ounces.
Wow.
That's a $10,000 jar of candy right there.
Wow.
Nice.
So
in Canadian though. So in the US it's like $40.
So we need to really start hitting on invitations, guys.
Yeah.
I want to get a Greyhound bus and get all of you guys up here. Just 52 of you.
Oh, that'd be, hey, I'll get on that bus, train, aeroplane, whatever. You never know, I might end up in Victoria sometime when I'm in Washington visiting family.
It's just a short ferry ride away.
Oh yeah, I used to live in Anacortes. You know, I'd hop on the ferry and head over to what was it, Sydney?
Sydney, yeah.
And then I always had a lot of fun in Victoria. And Victoria was a fun town. Fun city.
It is a happy town.
Oh, all right. GoPro says, where's the bus?
Tickets go out later this week.
I'm buying a bus.
Hell of a party minus a plane.
Got deep enough pockets because, yeah.
But either way.
Mr. Lodak says, sorry guys, no helicopter. I'm buying a bus. Our Bitcoin billionaire, Mr. Lodak. So.
Oh yeah. You need the bus for all our prospecting equipment goes underneath, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or a second bus.
There you go, second bus.
Yeah.
For that many people, you would need we might need a Mayflower freighter truck or something.
No kidding, yeah.
Yeah, a van.
So we can all sleep in there and just keep going to everyone's claims.
There you go. Oh, no, that sounds like fun.
It really does, yeah. A motorhome would be epic, honestly.
Except that you wouldn't be able to get it in probably some people's claims.
That's right. High centered at the first little hump there. And
That's why you pull a little Jeep or something behind you, and when you camp at a big place and drive to the claim.
There you
yeah,
go.
good call.
Living like them snowbirds live, traveling in the warm, staying in the warm year round.
That
How many
is
claims
a
do you
dream.
have, by the way, Andy? If you don't mind answering.
No, not at all. I believe I'm around 40 individual claims right now that may be made up of groups, but yeah, and I think there's only about 8 of those are on the island. And then we got claims in the Caribou region, which
Okay.
if you don't know, in BC, that was like British Columbia's largest
Barkerville
gold rush.
area.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then a few in the Okanagan, which is just north of like
oh,
Idaho.
I know where Okanagan is. I know Okanagan, Washington. You know, I used to dredge in the Similkameen River in the Okanagan. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's Similkameen
night hunt. Yeah.
We go by that all the time. You drive by it for an hour or more when you're heading out that way. It's super cool that it flows through Canada and right into the US.
Are you sole on that, or are you like incorporated with like Polly and Dan and
I share some claims with Canadian Gold Mining, Sebastian. He's our buddy. He runs a Facebook page and he's got a YouTube channel too, but he doesn't upload as much as some. But he's the main guy that he's like the you guys have the what do they call it? BLM?
BLM, Bureau Land Management. Yeah.
And we have MTO, Mineral Titles Online. And SIBO is the king. Like if a claim expires, it expires at 12 p.m. and then it's available at 10 a.m. the following day. And there is hundreds of people, waiting for that clock to hit to get that claim. And they can be on famous creeks sometimes. And SIBO has cracked the code and he gets them. So he's the one guy that I kind of invest with. Paulie and I are, we don't have any claims together, but we literally work almost every day together. We're completely encircled around each other, and he works my ground. He showed me where the gold was on my claim. Like I had my little operation going, but I never found a nugget panning. I never had been sniping. Really didn't know what it was until I came across one of his videos.
Oh, really?
And yeah. So I'd been prospecting for 9 years and I never broke the 1 gram nugget. I had 0.93s and 0.85s and 0.98s. And after I met Paul, within like 5 months, I had broken the 1 gram, broken the 2 gram, broke the 3 gram, broke the 4 gram, and broke the 5 gram.
And they were all done sniping in the gut of the stream?
The 1 gram, it just happened to be out of my sluice box in the mechanical operation, and that was a super happy moment. And then the 2, yeah, to see it sitting in there, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4.7 were all sniping, and then the 5.25, my biggest nugget, it was from the mining operation, the mechanical one.
Now, are you using tanks like Polly? Are you certified, or do you use snorkels while you snipe?
Yeah, just snorkel for now, and that's something I have done my whole life. We used to snorkel in the rivers and get lures, find the fishing lures, and we would fill tackle boxes with expensive lures and sell them. And so that I'm not certified to dive, but I am literally signing up for that like this week, and
oh, sweet.
I cannot wait.
Sweet.
Cool. There's some pockets on our claim that are over 20 feet deep that we're pretty sure nobody has ever been to the bottom of, and we're excited to get into those.
Paulie says Andy's the real deal. We all leech off him. He also SIBO Canadian mining, gold mining got me my first claim. Cool. And Paulie also said, where is that? I bug Andy to get certified. Eventually, he says.
Oh yeah. He has so much fun. He just goes in the water and takes off like a fish, and we're all left, splashing around, struggling. But yeah, it really goes to show that you can use your head to find the gold. It really isn't about moving gravel and moving lots of gravel. Everyone, even myself, was like, well, if I can pan and get 10 cents, I'm just going to pan a ton and get $10 or $100. And eventually you tire out and your fingers are burnt, and there is a kind of a cap out to that. But when you use your head, like Paul really reads the river, and you move the least amount of gravel and find the most amount of gold, it's I almost
kind of like the work smart, not hard type thing.
Absolutely. Like we used to be allowed to dredge here on the island, like up until like 5 years ago. We were allowed to dredge up to
corporations on get permits to run dredges.
Yeah, they call it enhanced sniping, and you can get permits.
Sniping. Yeah, it's all about sniping, all right.
It's all about terminology. So we say we're just swimming. We're not gold mining in the water. We're just swimming. And
right.
That kind of
hey
stuff.
guys, whoa. Hey Todd, Bennett. Next time we're in California, let's do some advanced sniping. I wink wink.
That's right. Or hydraulic elevation is I have a permit. I could have got a permit. I bought a claim and it had a dredging permit on it here in a park on Vancouver Island. And all I had to do was pay the security bond, the reclamation bond. And I could have had that permit transferred into my name, but we chose not to, just because we had too many other things on the go. But that's what he wrote on the permit that time was hydraulic elevation.
Hydraulic elevation.
Of gravels.
Now are the
gravel?
Sorry, say again?
They said he was using water to pick up gravel.
That's right, elevating the gravel to the sluice box. And
right.
And that's it, because it's, for some reason, the word dredging is just, it's just taboo, right? But I don't know what it is. It's people associate it with like beating the heck out of salmon roe or something like that. But it's yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I think that the word dredging, people, when they look up dredging, they see bucket line dredges.
That's right.
Well, that's not dredging anymore. That's not the type of dredging they do anymore. It's more of a, like you said, elevating the gravel out of the bottom of the bed.
Yeah.
Let me interject, Jesse, 1 second. Back home in Washington, they kind of made hydraulicing the taboo, along with dredging, because they'd show monitors and them wiping out hillsides by hydraulics. Like that's been practiced in the lower 48 since who knows when. I think they outlawed it or stopped it in California in like 1879. But
wow,
I think the only place legal in our part of the world in North America is the Yukon. And yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I better not get started on that. It ain't that kind of show tonight. But
GoPro Limited says elevating and redistributing the gravel for fish spawn.
Yeah. Fish habitat improvement.
Right.
That's right. They need a soft, unpacked gravel to lay their roe in. So
packing the gravel and and removing the garbage.
Absolutely. Lead is deteriorating constantly and slowly. So
Yes, and you're cleaning up the rivers. That's what it is. You clean the rivers up, making new beds.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But like
Yeah,
I
you
was
also-
saying earlier, that's one of the things that people don't understand is the good that dredging actually does, or even just prospecting and mining in the rivers in general. You know, all the garbage we pull out.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's shocking what gets stuffed in there. There's engines and entire cars on my claim in the river. Lead, mercury. Yeah, mercury. And I totally forgot about mercury, but that's a huge one.
Do you have a lot of cinnabar ore on Vancouver? Or
I've been told it's here.
so
And yeah,
like-
even in our area, I've been told that there's some drillers actually hit an outcropping of cinnabar, but I've never seen any or found any myself or heard any confirmation on that. But
now, do you find much mercury in the streams on your claims on the island or even on the mainland that I shouldn't say natural occurring?
Nothing I can tell that's natural. I kind of assume that all silver mercury that like is attached to the gold or those little drops, that's probably man-made. But I don't know.
So you think it's something that the miners, the old timers used back in the day? Was Vancouver Island in your part of the North America hit hard by the Chinese, like parts of Washington, Oregon, and California?
I believe so. Yeah, there's Chinese workings, like they're meticulous stacks. You can always kind of tell them from other guys just throw their rock, but they seem to meticulously stack it,
True,
very
yeah.
organized. And we have that on our rivers here and all through BC, some really significant ones through BC. I believe there's I even read something that the Chinese were hand mining on some of the creeks on Vancouver Island up until the 70s or late 70s on the Jordan River and stuff like that. And most of the Jordan River you can't even claim nowadays.
Excellent. Let me welcome 2 new members.
Right on, new member of the Flash Fam.
The Magnetic Squash and Raven. Welcome back, sis. You know, all of you are part of the Flash fam regardless, but thank you very much.
Oh look, hey, the other Ed, what's up? I see Gana's in the house tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. Good to see you, Gana. She did a lot of our artwork. The cartoon characters and the little intro and on my logo and stuff. Our friend in the chat room drew those for us. Good to see you again.
Grin, Larson Prospecting in the house now.
Yeah.
Grin, how are you tonight?
Um,
I've never seen.
I brought up the Chinese because I know they used mercury extensively in their long toms. And
Oh yeah.
so I could see a lot of man-placed residual mercury being left behind from the old timers. But like in Southwest Washington, there's quite a few cinnabar mines, and I've found my research shows that there wasn't extensive mining in that particular area. There's some old claims and stuff, but wasn't hit really hard like in the Okanagan or I'm trying to think of some other mining districts back home. Been too long, but where they mined a lot in the old days, and I've come across little puddles of mercury, and I think it actually is a residual from the mine. Maybe on a hot day when the cinnabar would, I don't know how hot you have to get cinnabar to bleed out the mercury, but you know, I figured some mines, the ground releases arsenic and other stuff, so why wouldn't it be mercury too? Have you never come across a nice puddle of it just amalgamated full of fines?
I personally never have. I'm waiting for that. I have found like good little droplets of it, and but never that, like, I'm always hoping for a teaspoon sized blob that's got an ounce already amalgamated in it.
So all you have to do is retort it and get that sponge back, huh?
Yeah, that would be great. I'm sure it's around, just like another elusive nugget. It's out there. Certain creeks we find more mercury. It's surprising the one main river we go to, we don't seem to get that much, but there's always a speck or two with a bit of color. But other rivers, you'll find droplets.
So magnetic squatch. So I love to magnet fish some of these old mining waterways. Can only imagine the old mining finds that are there. Really, I imagine just walking around some of these places, you would be able to find equipment, pieces of equipment, and whatever left behind by the miners.
I reckon so. Found a pickaxe head just in the river swimming, and one of my favorite things to do is just walk from like where you would pan at the edge of the creek, just anywhere, just up away from the river, and then flank the river. And anytime I'm ever like, there's a clearing in there, I can see a flat spot, I want to go look at it. And if I go in there, there'll be, holes that are 150 years old that you can tell that someone had the same idea, or you stumble across like a ditch that you can tell is man-made and someone was sluicing something up there, or like you say, equipment, some old stuff.
Gold Painter
almost always find something.
Yeah, Gold Painter wants to know if you've ever been to Zabello's North Island.
I drove through it, and we heard that streets are paved in gold there. I guess they used the mine tailings. Zabello's, we do know it has a huge gold history. I think it's hard rock more so, but maybe they got a lot of placer too, I'm sure. But apparently the tailings were used by the city to pave the roads, I guess, and they say that there's still value in it now. Never got a chance to cross that.
Go across up and down the roads with a metal detector and pull out the nuggets.
That's right. Look in all the potholes where the pavement's open.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
So what kind of plans do you have for this season? Center of the Earth Mining wants to know that, by the way.
That's an excellent question. I will be receiving a permit soon. Soon can be like, geez, it seems like it can be up to like 5 months, a half a year these days, but
not soon enough.
Any day, yeah. It's like about 14 to 16 months to get a permit here from zero to permitted.
Wow.
That permit we're really excited for. We did a lot of testing on this one bench, and that's kind of the big main backbone I got planned. But we're going to be doing sluicing a big pit for Dan Hurd, and I'll be managing one of these pits for him. It's there's two on opposite sides of the creek. So Sibo from Canadian Gold Mining there, Sebastian, he's going to be kind of managing the one side, and then I'll be processing on the other side. And that is that's the one thing that we know is happening. The permits are in for that, so that's super exciting. I'm like, all my equipment's in the backyard. It's all getting you know, fixed up, greased. We're adding nugget traps to everything, and
We
just
get it
going,
out.
yeah, everything gets a nugget trap. Everything has a sluice. And yeah, so, and then other than that, Paulie might have been going away for the summer, but it turns out he may be around. So we have planned to do getting into some deep river action and finding the stuff that nobody got a chance to get to yet, and
Right.
filming every bit of it. We're addicted to the YouTube, and that's his fault, Paul's fault.
Yeah, he'll do that to you.
Yeah, I stayed away from the camera when I first met him. I wanted nothing to do with it, and I was super private and keeping all of my experiences to myself. And one day it just hit me that that's super selfish, and I should share these experiences. To 90% of the people I meet, they're once in a lifetime experiences, just finding a piece of gold, right? As we all know, that prospecting is unreal. Unlocking that's right, unlocking the secrets of the earth, you know,
You got it.
and
Yeah.
nothing greater than thinking, hey, there might be something there. You use a couple ideas, then you go and you prove that, wow, it was there like I suspected. You feel like a genius.
You feel like a genius, but you know in your head it's all because you listen to this person, you listen to that person, you took advice from this other person, this person gave you the thing that really made the difference. You know, there's all these things that you have to learn on the way. I know exactly, you know, when you first get into it, none of us know what the hell we're doing, you know, for the most part, you know, when you first start.
What a learning curve, huh?
And you still learn. I mean, you know, Ed has been doing it for over 20 some years. Ed, you still learn anything new?
Every time, all the time, all the
You know,
time.
it's always you got to look at it different, and that's something that we're finding out because we're traveling around, going to different spots. That the way you look for and think about how to find gold is different in different areas. You know, and that's what I'm
Absolutely.
enjoying. I'm enjoying going out to these different areas and finding different ways to find gold. It's just a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. It's an exciting way to learn something. You know, it's
Right.
a rewarding way to learn. Yeah.
I always tell new people the best way to learn is go ahead and join a local club, even if it's for your first year. Join that local club, learn as much as you can, get out as often as you can, and have fun. You know?
Yeah.
Meet a lot of great people out there.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
definitely.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of great people, you brought up the Caribou in Barkerville area. When I first got on YouTube in 07, and of course I wasn't serious about my channel or nothing like that, but I was searching prospecting. One who influenced me to start doing videos really is a Caribou miner,
wow.
Darcy Cooper.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Do you know him?
I don't know him personally, but I definitely watched his videos. There was a time when I remember when so we have a family cabin 20 minutes from Barkerville. And my mom, our stepmom, actually grew up in Wells and worked in Barkerville, and when it was a normal town. And we would go there for the weekend, or like as we were passing through, and we'd go to the bakery and do stuff. And I got these gold pans, and what were we talking about? So Darcy Cooper. I remember I pulled out my gold pans years after we still have the cabin, but we don't go there anymore. I don't go visit my parents in the summer as much like when I was in school. But I YouTubed how to gold pan because it had been a decade, and there was like two people that I could find, and it was Darcy Cooper and Jeff Williams. And
Right.
And so Jeff Williams actually is the guy that re-taught me how to gold pan for that first time with one of his videos like a decade ago. And Darcy Cooper, we just watched him because that was the only guy, it seemed like, that showed, you know, kind of how to do it yourself, how you could potentially go do it yourself.
Right, and think out of the stream and look for high benches. And shoot, I
so
remember
true.
watching him and watching that boy of his grow up and his dog, and the way he puts together a video is awesome. And
Absolutely.
yeah, if none of you don't know who Darcy Cooper is, I don't know what the heck's wrong with you if you're a prospector and you watch videos. It's a shame he hasn't produced nothing in a long time, but I'm sure when he does, it's gonna be a good one.
I heard subtle murmurs that he's going to be coming back to YouTube. Not from him, but I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I've kind of heard the same thing.
An actual movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a full-length documentary from what I understand. So,
Oh wow.
just from his videos alone, I'll buy a ticket for that YouTube. Come on, Darcy.
Yeah. I know, I'm excited for that. Yeah. I used to think that gold was only in the water. When I first went out, before I had a claim, I thought the claim would be a little square, like just from high water mark to high water mark. So I was like, you know, looking on the banks, oh, I'll stay out of the water, right? And thinking I'm not on people's claims, but I learned pretty quick that it's the claims are significantly bigger than that.
What's your average single claim there? 20 acres?
21 hectares seems to be, and it varies just slightly.
Okay, 21 hectares converted into acres. Google!
44 acres or something like that. I think it's I wish I knew that.
Yeah, me too, Andy, me too. Doggone metric
Hectare's
system.
a Canadian thing?
No, inches are an American thing. Everybody
yeah, acres, inches, you know that damn standard system where the stubborn ones left in the world that's only doing it. But
I have a question for you, Andy. Outback Ghost Beaver wants to know what's the biggest hole you've ever dug by hand?
Oh, I dug a pretty good hole, and I bet some guys have dug bigger ones, but we dug a hole that was like 11 feet by 12 feet wide, and then 11 feet straight down to bedrock. And nice. I just refused to stop until I hit bedrock. And that was inspired. Oh, go ahead.
And was it worth the dig?
Oh gosh, we got over an ounce out of it. Yeah. And I shared so much of it at the time because I couldn't do it alone that maybe even the 2 ounces came out because we would split it up between 2 or 3 people evenly, whoever came. And we had winches up in the trees and straps and planks going down into it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did Polly dredge in that hole?
You could, yeah, we could legally dredge in a dry hole outside of the creek like that. So we, I didn't get a chance to do that too much. I couldn't get the suction to get up and out. Like, you know how gravel lifts easier as long as your hose is submerged underwater.
Right.
So we had trouble getting the suction.
I would have gone with a dry, wet nozzle and just fed my own water in there and kept digging.
That's a great idea. You know, we eventually got it down to bedrock, and the bedrock here is it's as black and soft. You can just scratch right into it with your fingernail. And believe it or not, we were 60 feet from the river, and the bedrock was just that same wavy, you know, what you see right in the middle of the creek. It was so we could sweep it clean, and we were crevicing ancient bedrock that, that was the river course one day. Best time of my life. It took 4 years to dig that hole.
And you were finding gravel in there? River gravel in your hole?
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, gigantic, perfectly round boulders and, skipping stones, vividly river rock for sure.
So yeah, I can't take it to the bedrock. Hell
yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, and all it took was, we were getting roughly a gram a yard, 3/4 of a gram to a gram a yard. And that was enough that over the years we moved, it was 3 dump truck loads, about 3 10 to 12 yard piles of overburden and stuff that we pulled out of the hole. And I think we sluiced about 20 yards out of it, and maybe more, 25 yards. Quite the hand workings.
Yeah, and that's what I hear too all the time. And especially like on some claims and stuff. Yeah, the river's there, but that's really not what you want to look at. You want to look at where the river was 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Where was that river before? And that's where they say that's where you want to look, right? So
that's right.
And that's why there's such a big learning curve in what we're doing.
Yeah, I spent the first year scooping gravel with my hands from the river, thinking, I'm going to grab a bit of gravel and put it in there, and then found nothing, had to go back with a shovel. And then, it was like the 3rd year we were in Kelowna, which is the Okanagan in BC, and went to a gold panning store. Lo and behold, there's a guy that had a gold panning store in Kelowna, Fred's Gold Panning Supplies. And I couldn't believe there was another human that knew something about gold mining. And we went to his shop, and he had like 6-inch dredge nozzles hanging up and keen stuff everywhere. It was incredible to lay my eyes onto some people who knew what I was into, right? And he showed me, like, I can't remember how big it was. Gosh, it was a solid ball, like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch ball of gold that he found. It must have been almost a 1/2 ounce nugget.
Wow.
And I was just like, he found that dredging, but he suggested I check the high banks. And that's literally, we went home. I never thought to just get up and out of the river. And that's when I found the gravel that we started digging that hole for the next 4 years. So that whole learning curve took 6 years, right?
It ain't over yet.
That's right. The stuff I did last year, I'm like, I'll never do that again.
Well, hey, and then go somewhere else and mine. Go somewhere else and mine, and you're gonna have to learn how they mine, what the process wherever it is you go. Dredging or cracks and crevices. I love doing cracks and crevices. That's so much fun.
Run for the hills mining.
That's a great name.
Yeah. He also makes a really good sluice too.
Oh yes, he does.
The River Raider and the Creek Critter.
Creek Critter, right?
They both utilize his dream mats and good sluices. We own some.
Neato.
There's a technology you should think about for high benches. A LiDAR map.
LiDAR. I'm into LiDAR for sure.
Okay.
I haven't played with it, but I need a buddy that has LiDAR like bad.
There's a geologist we know, Matt from Virginia, who utilizes, he's a dredger, he's a good gold miner.
He's a
geologist, and he utilizes the Wahoo out of LiDAR. His YouTube channel's the Prospecting Geologist, I believe.
Yeah.
But Matt's a really good guy. We know him personally, and he actually will help miners with LiDAR layovers for Google Earth and stuff.
Oh wow. Is that like maps that have already been made, or he creates it and lays it over?
He creates it and makes the layover for you.
It's got to be invaluable.
From what he was saying too, is that LiDAR is actually being done across the whole country, little by little. It's LiDAR is being used across the country to map and find stuff, whatever. But it's being used, and he's able to get into wherever they have all that information and use it and help people look at their property.
Wow.
I think on his YouTube channels, he actually shows you how to do it. So you can go to his YouTube channels. I believe he's got a couple of his YouTube channels, and it shows you how to do it yourself. And if you don't,
I think you're right.
and if you don't want to do that, you can get a hold of him, and he will help you out.
Took the font right out of my mouth, Ron. I'll send you a link to his website and his name on Facebook, Andy.
That's
And
awesome.
Then you could get a hold of him and take it further if you wish. So,
Yeah, no, I'd love to speak with him. I think that all that technology and ground penetrating radar or anything like that, I would be really interested to see. You can look at something and kind of scan it with your eye, but nothing like when they can remove the trees and look through the bushes and stuff.
Yeah, just strip it down to her bare hiney and see what the forest floor and see what the forest is hiding.
That's right. There's a hydraulic pit there's actually 2 hydraulic pits on my claim, and we never could find them until we actually stood in the middle of them. And even then you don't realize until you actually walk around the edge to see their cutaway banks that they left. But some of the densest forest was in the hydraulic pit. So 10 years I drove by it and never could tell that was a pit.
Wayne Nugget Brain Peterson says USGS has free LiDAR in certain areas. Check it out. In Canada has their own version.
Huh.
Excellent.
There you go. So now your homework, because we all know with any form of treasure hunting, there's homework. So there you go. Some homework for maybe next winter, or I'm not sure. You're on the island, so you're more wet than snowy, at least
that's right.
in the lowland. So
we get very little snow, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of rain.
That's right, yeah.
I know, well, in Anacortes, we didn't really get a lot of rain. We were in that rain shadow. But upriver, when I lived up closer to Concrete, up towards the North Cascade National Park, man, it seemed like there'd be times I'd be like, should I be building an ark? We got so much rain,
That's right.
40 days, 40 nights. Noah, get that ark done. But
I got full rain gear, you can go out and even then, you lift your arms and it's running down inside your arms, but the rain gets pretty bad here. There's a few weeks or maybe a month every year that we just have to fully just stay away from it.
Yeah, when things get that wet and rivers raging, even though you're doing high bench plastering, yeah, I could definitely understand.
Yeah, your excavations fill with water,
Holes tend to do that.
Yeah. It was actually kind of frightening one time. It started raining really heavy and my hole was just filling right up. I got a bit nervous and shoved all the pay back into it because I didn't want it to be a pool and breach and erode away and or make a spill or something. So
And then
We'll-
once it gets that way, unless it's really hard packed, every time you take out something from your mini, you know, the gold wants to drop further down.
Yeah, the more you agitate it, the more you move it,
Yeah, it's
start
like
to want to put it on a tarp.
this hole's getting deep. I don't. How deep's your bedrock typically?
My experience has been about 12 feet at the most here. But they say like the one main, our favorite creek here is they say it's never more than about 30 feet. That's what the old reports say.
I got a question from Pioneer Polly. He says, what's something scary you've experienced out there mining with him? Oh, no, it doesn't say that.
You could
Bigfoot.
answer that one too, though.
Yeah, you know, one time I was sniping with Paul. It was just me and him, and I'm working away, and he was just taking a break, eating a granola bar or something, just like 100 feet, maybe 80 feet up the creek from me. And I can hear him yelling while my head's kind of down with the snorkel. And I lift my head up, and a black bear was coming down to get a drink of water. Like it would have been like 15 feet from me, and I was at the shore. And he's like, there's a bear right there. And I didn't see it, but I just slapped the water, and then it just took off like a bolt up the hill. But it was coming to drink or see what I was doing. Maybe, I don't know. But
ooh, that looks munchy.
yeah, that's right. I just pictured him like stomping on my back while I was face down or something.
I'm watching the chat here, and I'm amazed at how much people know about LiDAR and all the intricacies about it.
Yeah,
Ron for the Hills there, just telling everybody all about LiDAR. Cool, right?
Yeah, I think it's a groundbreaking technology.
Oh, yeah. I think I brought this up a couple years back, 2 years ago, about LiDAR, because I was watching something on Discovery Channel, and they were showing in South America where they're doing LiDAR and finding new villages and cities in the jungle and realizing what they thought they had was only a small portion of what was really there, and just opened the whole thing up, and it was just amazing. There's a chick a geologist in Egypt that's mapping all of Egypt and finding more tombs, more of everything, towns, you know, just it's amazing stuff, boy.
That's right. Just the subtlest impression. And if you can just step back and get your eyes around it, you can see that it's town sites or multiple buildings or
right.
They were saying they found that an outer Stonehenge that's actually larger than the Stonehenge because of just subtle depressions that our eyes can't pick up.
BC Trails, LiDAR is pricey in BC. Not much is for public viewing, BC Trails says.
That makes sense. They'll make us pay for it as long as they can until.
But Reg says BC Trails, the government provides KML files of most LiDAR scans done to date.
Wow.
And BC Trails says thanks.
Klondike Mike, I'm no Sasquatch, but I gave Polly's ass a good squeeze one day. I asked Polly if any of you guys were ever molested by a Bigfoot while out in the bush. Polly said he had to wash his wetsuit that night. that's what cracked me up when you two were talking about LiDAR. Oh.
Yeah, you can startle a guy when his head's down in the water for sure. we got out with Klondike Mike there and Nathan, the AU Migos.
Yeah.
They were super fun.
Wally says no comment.
Yeah, I enjoyed them when they were on our show. That was
great
a good
people.
show.
Magnetic Squatch. I take offense to that. We don't molest, we gently love.
Gotta love the Flash fam.
I'm telling you.
I would love to see a Sasquatch. I don't rule it out, but I haven't nothing like that. But I'm waiting. I always got the camera ready. We every now and then we hear voices, and we know we're the only people out there. All of us have heard voices.
Voices.
Struggle cuddle. One day we actually heard what sounded like a group of about 5 or 6 people, like really cheering and having a good time. It sounded like they found something, or maybe like a group of university students or something. And we ran over to see. It was on my claim, so I was like, oh, they got to be right there. And we went over, and there was nobody there. We drove around the other side of the creek, and no vehicles, no bikes, nobody. And I was with Brian, the mechanical miner there, and we both heard it. Like, it was like people laughing and cheering and voices and words, but nobody was around, and that was super cool. It's always weird.
Yeah, no doubt. It's I wonder if there's anything like placer knockers, Tommy knockers.
Like Tommy
but
knockers.
but in the above ground placer fields, because I could see it if if you believe in the paranormal, and if anything's possible in this strange world. So I know some people swear by Tommy knockers. So
Right, some of the chat rooms saying lizard people or ghosts.
Definitely lizard people, yeah.
Yeah, lizard people.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see something like that. I haven't had any experience with an above ground Tommy knocker, but I've heard stories of the Tommy knocker. Like, I remember seeing shows and what that's about. It makes sense to listen to that.
Why wouldn't they be there? I mean, if you're gonna believe in Tommy knockers in tunnels where your mines, why not out there where they're digging, and because
there were a lot of placer miners back in the day that lost their lives either from mining or, unfortunately back in those days, like now, where there's a lot of gold and a lot of activity, there's also those the other side, that will do about anything for free wealth.
That's
easy
right.
wealth.
Yeah, that's right. There would be some of that energy around it, potentially.
Yeah.
They said the gold rush here was one of the most behaved gold rushes ever. There was remarks that the gold commissioner wrote that he'd never seen such a relaxed bunch of jovial miners.
Huh.
And most of them, like Victoria's gold rush was a very small gold rush, but significant to the island. And significant in general, but most people don't know of it because it literally came and went in 1 year. But I forgot what I was saying there. They would make their money so easily, just literally sitting and picking with tweezers and just collecting it with their naked eye, that it was enough for a few weeks stay in a hotel and dinner. And so they really weren't struggling much, and the climate was so fair here that a lot of the miners, they just said, really just worked enough to get a few nights in the motel or the hotel, and that was all they needed. And I'm sure there was bad stuff that went on, but
But it wasn't like ours where people were going out there to make a living, to literally create a new life for themselves.
Yeah, that's right. Like they would be. I mean, I guess they were kind of seeking that same thing, but I imagine on the island here, they got here and they're like, oh wow, this creek's only be about 7 miles long, which really it's like 12 kilometers here, and that's it. And they said there was a one man about every 20 feet, where enough that you could just pass a message to the next guy and it could go right down the creek. And once those claims are gone, then everybody else to come, you either had to work on someone else's claim or go somewhere else. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I really enjoyed reading the history on mining and stuff back home in Washington. Is where I did most of my research. Of course, because I had 3 claims up in the Cascades, and so you want to do your homework.
That's right.
And some of the history alone, like I've read, I'm sure there's stories about that similar up there. Um, like there's this one place, one of my favorite rivers wasn't far from my house, the South Fork Nooksack in northwestern Washington.
Oh yeah.
And it contained good glacial flakes. I mean, nice scales, platinum, and even coarse gold. Um, and there was this creek, Skookum Creek, and there used to be a mining boom tent city there called Flea. And up above on Skookum Creek, Indians wiped out. I think it was the Sumas tribe. Might have been Sumas. I might be wrong on that because I know there's a border town, Sumas, but it was either Sumas. That sounds right. But there was a tribe that totally wiped out this miners camp, and I've often thought about hiking up there and try and find it and look for their pokes, because
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah, I want to search for old campfire hearths, and dig under them and look for little nooks and cranny where someone hid their poke. Because, you get wiped out by some Injuns or anybody for that matter, and they didn't find your gold, or they didn't give a hoot about your gold. They just wanted you off their land, and who knows what's left behind.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool idea.
What's up, Ottis?
Thanks for the super chat, Moto. You're more than welcome. It's why it's my favorite day of the week. Bringing all these awesome people from around the world together, talking about gold and other treasures. How can you beat that? Can't beat that with a stick now, can you?
No kidding. Yeah.
All we need now is a fire and some beers.
Ottis, how you doing, brother?
So let's see, you got any questions up here?
Well, we talked about gold porn, and
Yeah,
we're over halfway, huh? No, we showed a picture of gold that Pioneer Polly sent me, and I know Andy has some gold porn next to him, because when we brought it up in pre-show, he's like, "Yeah, I got you handled there."
I brought along my my biggest nuggets that I have. they're everything I got for the large stuff. So I thought you might want to see that.
Well, absolutely.
Okay, everybody, if you want to see some gold, his biggest nuggets, let's hashtag yeah.
I don't know if it's acceptable, but I also brought a couple things to give away if that can happen. I don't know.
Oh, we can make that happen.
Sure.
We can make that happen.
We got lots of yeahs happening. Hell yeah.
A flash in your pan, P.O. Box 130, Delphus, Ohio.
Just all of it in one box.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing a lot of I think they're all a bunch of gold porn addicts in my chat room, in our chat room.
Always trying to
No numbers, Polly.
Yeah. Was he saying his biggest nugget or mine?
No, he's like, pick a number from 1 from 1,000. We don't do that here, Paulie. I learned fast about that stuff. Brian, no numbers.
1942.
Hey, Bob Drake, how you doing down east detecting and prospecting? 1942. Secret Creek Prospecting, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat.
You didn't tell anybody what you added to the flash bam transportation side.
Oh no, I haven't.
No.
Well, I picked up a new to me Burgundy Crew Cab Dodge Ram Bighorn with the canopy on it, 4x4. And I told Judy, you know, honey, I gotta get out a lot more now. So that's in the garage right now. I'll keep my Mazda for my everyday work truck and stuff, and that'd be pulling our new office. So I'm excited.
That's a heck of a truck.
Yeah,
I'm a Ram guy.
I like it. I like it. It's a beauty, and I'll share pictures later. But we're gonna see some gold porn. We're gonna see some gold porn.
Is it time?
Sure.
It's time.
It's always time. Hey, Jason, thanks for becoming a member.
So this is just that we'll just start it off slow. This says a little. Where are we here?
You might want to put your hand behind it.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's
this is working terribly, isn't it?
Doggone bag. Chroma key.
Forget it.
Chroma key, I tell you.
All right, so this is too bad that this how it keeps trying to like add the background over my gold,
Right.
but are you able to see that?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, we got it right there.
So those are almost as thick as they are wide. If you could actually see a better picture of it. I even practiced showing this to the camera to try to make it better for you guys, but
I have nugget envy.
Yeah, it's disappearing, but geez.
I feel inferior.
I'm glad they can't see me right now because I'm drooling.
I feel really lucky because, like, I tell you, I skip and I dance. I do that thing where you jump and you click your heels together. Like when I find even a micro speck, I really am that just nuts about it. But I never fathomed pieces this big, and I really owe it to Paulie for showing me how to get into them. These are my biggest ones.
Ooh, nice.
And there's a 5.25 in there and a 4.7.
Nice.
And then what's that other? Oh yeah, and then that's a 3.7. Funny enough, they're always like a 0.7.
You cut them that way, right?
Yeah. A bunch of them are about to break into pickers. So you can really see how it happened.
That get a eureka moment out of me too. I'd be jumping around like a leprechaun. Hey, eureka! What'd you find? Oh, nothing.
Yeah. Oh, just a flake.
Go ahead. A speck.
Square nail.
Fly poop.
Yeah, that's right, David. That's what dreams are made of for sure.
That's right, buddy. Hey,
Yeah,
Lester.
so none of that I found until I'd been doing this for like my 10th year, basically, which is maybe disheartening to some, but the key is like the more you learn, the quicker you can just get to doing that, because I really just I just rolled around in it and just did everything, and I was experiencing it as I went. I could have learned faster. I could have been more focused, but reading the creek really helps.
I know a way. I know a secret way from this prospector from Colorado, how you could be able to find even more gold. Would you like to know? You're in? Sure.
Sounds amazing.
So it's golden, all right. Our friend Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson has the Nugget Brain Challenge.
Oh yeah.
Now, he guarantees you that your gold productivity will increase by this method. But first, you take a 1 gram nugget, preferably a nice smooth one. You're gonna want something smooth, believe me. Nothing really crystalline or anything. But you take it and you swallow it. Then you visit the bathroom, but try not to lose it, like our friend David Buckle. And pan it out again and repeat for 30 days minimum. And he guarantees, money back guaranteed, that you'll find more gold.
Wow.
Would you be
gotta try
willing?
this.
I know a couple of Aussies have done the Nugget Brain Challenge. Personally, our gold that I find is too small, so not yet.
You'd have to get it back in the wave table or one of them Miller jigs, and that would just be too much messing around.
Polly says sluices are legal in the bathroom.
He is right. Yeah, as long as they're under 8 inches total length, and you recirculate the water.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, find gold every morning. If he does the Nugget Brain Challenge, I'll get more gold.
That's hilarious.
Vortex sluice.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's like the toilet bowl sluice in that sense.
Yeah, you 3 ounce even. Oh, I don't. That hurt.
Use a pocket sluice.
There you
Stick it
go.
right in the bowl.
Funny you say, because that's actually what I have to give away today is a couple absolutely usable scale made. There's miner's moss in there and
I
expanded
actually
metal.
saw a video of Paulie using one of those.
Yeah, they catch gold. And so these are legal in all bathrooms except for maybe at restaurants. But I got 3 of them to give away today.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
They're made by a local guy here, and you can even pull out the pin and remove the carpet and everything to clean it out.
Oh my.
Oh, that must be the guy that made Paulie's crevicing tools and his little terrarium thing with the little poly dude.
That's right. Yeah, he's the micro genius with all that stuff.
Toilet bowl concentrator.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I guess, like, while I'm on the topic, the one other thing I have to give away, if it's okay to do,
Sure.
it is the one and only in existence. It's AndyThraxx. Where is it? AndyThraxx pay dirt, and it's luxury pay dirt.
Ooh. Ooh.
One bag. That's all there is. Somebody needs it.
Damn it.
Dang it, dude.
You guys will be eligible, guys, but I will be. This sucks.
Oh, maybe there was a second one. I'm not totally sure about that.
Well, hey, if you want to send me something, Andy, I won't pass it up. But
Oh yeah,
I
would love to,
my
honestly.
Nightbot it won't pick me out of it's, but mods are eligible. All you have to do is be active in chat. You know the routine, everybody. You must be active in chat. So get those fingers talking. Please keep it safe and sane, and chat away. Want to do one in about a minute?
Anytime you're ready, no problem at all.
Okay.
So I guess Polly didn't warn you about the 5 rule on this show.
He said something. I don't know if I caught what he was meaning. Minimum 5 items.
Exactly.
I'm totally picking up what you're putting down there.
The 5 rule, Polly.
It used to be the 3 rule, but we've added 2 co-hosts.
That's
so
right.
it's the 5 rule. According to them.
Dano, Jesse, Ed.
Jesse, better comment in the chat room, buddy.
I did, but I'll do it again.
Okay, let me see. AndyThraxx is eligible. BC Trails, BMXer Don, Cheryl, Chris, Dano, David, Spader, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, Duff.
Ringo and Czar.
Down East Detecting, GoPro Unlimited, Ralph, Heavy Meadow Detective, Jason AU, Jesse Mendez, Kevin Hubbard, hi if you're still here. Shut up. Laura Williams, Luminous Grin, Mark Moto, Mr. Lodak, Nancy Bliss, Mark
Do you think
Miller,
you want to win?
Ottis Farris, Outback Gold Fever, Pioneer Polly, Ringo, Reg, Run for the Hills.
Then you guys don't forget to share this video out too, you know.
Sharon is Karen.
Subscribe.
Secret Creek Mining, Spider Ace, Terry Curry. Will you ship to Australia? We do have some Aussies in here.
Oh, right on.
Terry Marshall, Magnetic Squatch, the Lucky Ducky Thomas Folks, Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson, Willie. We have 36 eligible out of how many?
55.
Oh, come on, people. Well, lurkers, don't be bummed if can't win if you lurk. So, but I do love my lurkers. They are viewers, so they do count.
You know who some of our lurkers are, don't you? You got people like Two Toes and
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah,
sometimes Todd.
yeah. Todd likes lurking. Two Toes, if you're lurking, chat up. He finds some good gold all the time.
Melanie Lee, I see you're not lurking anymore.
Barb, Dano's other half's in here. Melanie's not lurking anymore. I've chatted. Okay, well, Let's see what happens.
Won't get you some.
I wonder if it will pick it if I just do that. I think there's... Yes, he is, BC. He's a real great guy, too. I had the pleasure of being
videos.
on the creek with
And the
him.
winner is
Nancy Bliss. If you would send your mailing address to flashingyourpan@gmail.com, I'll forward that to Andy.
Awesome. And I'll send her out.
Yes, seriously, Nancy, seriously.
Congrats, Nancy.
Congratulations. Ta-da! Excellent. I'm stoked. I'm
Congratulations.
jealous.
So do they need to keep chatting away, or you got them all covered now?
Well, if they stay inactive too long, they'll be removed from the list. So
Oh, you mean
it's,
I got to keep chatting too?
well, yeah, sorry, homie. But, oh man.
I'm gonna chat one more time. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, it
Yes.
sucks. I've chatted and it won't do nothing. Maybe I could come in with my other channel.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's right.
Let me see. I think I'd have to come in on which browser do I use?
Oh, Thomas, you were off by one number, dude.
Oh man, Thomas. Yeah.
Darn it, I'll take over cooking for 10 minutes. Klondike Mike went to check the food on the stove and missed the giveaway.
See this mug right here? I don't own it.
Lucky there's 3 more giveaway things still. So
Yeah. Okay, I better talk now.
Patrick, what's up?
offer up the bike I pulled from the creek
I'm
this
gonna
weekend.
plug my other channel while I'm doing it. What?
Hey,
What?
Magnetic Squatch says he has a prize to give away too.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I would like to offer up the bike I pulled up from the creek this past weekend as a prize. Boy, mailing that would
Hey,
be a
we'll give it away if you
royal
wanna
pain. If you want to ship it, we'll give it away. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, that worked. I think I should make my other channel a moderator though. Oh, I can't. Oh, wrong browser. It's what I get for having so many browsers.
So last week we did a giveaway, right? Was that last week or no? It was 2 weeks ago.
We don't do them often. I don't
I
remember.
know. Well, we did. We gave a couple things away, and
Right.
one of the things that was given away, someone paid it forward. Typically, when we pay forward, that just means that go ahead and rerun it again,
Right.
and not paid forward to a certain person.
That was a pocket sluice. It's going to Heavy Meadow Detective.
Right.
I'm giving it to him at Flashback.
Oh,
I seen Bedrock Bennett gave away his claw pan, re-gifted the claw pan there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
And
did that too.
Lodak, Mr. Lodak put his back in. That was really neat.
That they did, yeah. Bedrock Bennett, that guy's a legend in the Motherlode, dude, with the metal detector. Oh my God.
Is he ever?
He's
Who's
a
that?
wicked cool guy too. He's one of my brothers of another mother. Oh wait, we have a living legend here from Tasmania.
Yeah, D Buckle.
David Buckles, good to see ya.
Look who else just showed up.
Jason Keith Prospecting.
What's up, Jason? I hope you got my message.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you at Flash Bash, Jason. And Paulie, you know the offer's still there. You could always bring Andy with you. So
I love tagging along with Paul.
yeah, I sent him an invitation to Flash Bash, but you know, it's here in Ohio and the gold is nowhere near as good as British Columbia.
It's
But
got its own things, I'm sure.
know what the real treasure is?
The friends. It's gotta be
There you
friends.
go. There you go. The people
always is,
that
right?
we're with.
Absolutely.
The where we're gonna have Flash Bash this year, there's gold in the creek, there's gold. I mean, there's pickers and stuff been found out there, even some nuggets. Not many, but you know, it's there. But I guarantee you that we won't be finding any.
No, we'll be.
We won't.
We have some greenhorns coming too. Not actually, not even greenhorns. They've never panned before. A couple of families actually, and some metal detectorists are coming, and we're gonna be showing them the basics and letting them get behind a dredge and see how they like our finger of the treasure hunting hand.
Right.
I think that's a bucket list for a lot of people, is to just get their hands on a dredge nozzle and watch that gravel just go. You know, the tinkling of it going through is just music.
Oh,
Right.
it is. And I love to, you know, I don't do nothing really underwater here anymore like I did back home in Washington. But, you know, seeing the fish swim around you, and I'm sure you have that experience when you're sniping, you know, the trout swimming around you or some cutthroats or something. And
That's right. We get little rainbow trout.
yeah, they'd be kicking back in my armpit when I'm dredging away, and some be at the back of my dredge watching for food to drop out of the sloughs. Oh, I
right.
did watch a big bass eat a fry here when I was just kicking back in my hole resting. I was looking back towards my tailings, and at that time, a big old, well, it was a smallmouth in this creek came up and hit one of the fries that were hanging out at the back of my dredge. And the only thing I could think of is, sure, when you don't have a camera running.
Yeah. That would have been super cool underwater to get that on film.
Right. Just the floats, you could see the floats and it dropping off, the material dropping off the back and sinking to the bottom, and this fish come in and wham, hits that little fry. And I'm like, oh man, that was so cool. That was so cool. Damn it, I didn't have any video going.
Yeah. A Nat Geo moment there.
Oh yeah. Hear that, Terry? And we're stirring up grub for them. They like that. They like that.
Yeah, the little rainbow trout they'll gather around. It's just from you even walking into the river. You know, you just disturb a bit of that light sediment, and they're picking stuff out of it. And sometimes I'll just reach out and give one little fan like that, and you see them. They all just rush to it, and you can blow a little bit of sediment right towards them, and they're clearly stoked. The water doesn't flow enough during the summer that they can, you know, they get as much. You can tell they're coming from all around the pool to be around you, just because there's a subtle amount of disturbance in the water.
Love to stir the food up.
Yeah, that's right. my theory is maybe some years they kind of need that, you know, maybe the water hasn't, maybe we had low rains or something, and maybe there's not enough there, and maybe it helps them, because they really they aren't afraid of you at all. And like you say, they'll hang out in your armpit, or like right under my chin here, they'll be around me, and they're not afraid of me, and you know, they know that it's for the food.
Right. I think it's cool. I did get the bejeebers scared out of me in a plunge hole on my claim by an otter, though. Scared the living daylights out of me. It
Yeah.
was as bad as when that seal scared the poop out of me night surfing when I was growing up in California. I'm like, what the hell was that? It seemed huge.
Anything that does better underwater than we do is kind of eerie, right? And especially if you don't know what it is.
And yeah, especially when you don't know what it is.
That's right. An otter just looks like a giant angry underwater rat or something coming at you.
All I saw was a black blur. It was like, boom, right in front of me. I'm like, what the hell was that?
What kind of fish has hair?
Yeah, anything you can't see swimming by you, yeah, it's scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
like your first time underwater dredging, that was chocolate milk. I bet that could have, every little bump probably had you going like, what's that?
Oh, roots coming out of the bank. You know, because we were dredging that little bear she wanted dug out for her dredges. That's what I was digging into, right? And I mean, you literally couldn't see in front of your hand in front of your face. It was so muddy, but all I was doing was clearing out a bunch of overburden for her. But I couldn't see, and roots kept hitting me in the face, you know, just kept hitting me. I'm going, that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's scary when you can't see.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was just learning how to do that. I was just learning how to be underwater dredging.
Yeah, because the only time you worked a bigger dredge was with me, but all you did was lawn arm on that.
Right. You know, yeah, I was a 4-inch dredge. I wanted to learn how to work a 4-inch dredge, so I worked ends at his glory hole, his little Idaho, and that was fun. Then I went down to Alabama, where I got underwater, and that was scary.
Yeah.
Were you using a hookah system?
Yeah, that was the first year. The first year. The second year I went down, it was different. The water was clear for one thing, and I literally learned how to do it because Ron held me down. Let's put on my back. Just stay down there for a little while. But it was cool. Before I knew it, I was actually out of gas, out of air. Or no, I wasn't out of air, but the dredge was out of gas. And I'd been working the dredge the whole time, you know. And I just didn't even realize I'd been down there for that whole tank. It was so much fun.
Well,
no kidding. Yeah, you stayed down.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good stint. That is a good stint for sure.
Yeah.
The first time we actually got a hookah system too. We just barely used it, and we got it for sniping because we don't have. I have a dredge, but we just don't bring it out. We don't get to use it, and But with the sniping, it's great. But the first time, I was only down about 6 feet, but it's just that 3 feet more than when you're with a snorkel, and sometimes you forget like that. It takes a bit to get up there. It was so comfortable though. I almost would breathe the water a few times. I'd go to pull it out like I'm in a snorkel, and I'm still 6 feet down.
Oh, that about well, I had full face mask though. It was cool. You know,
that is cool.
But here's the thing though, and I've told this story probably a million times by now. But my biggest thing was I had to literally tell myself, Jesse, keep breathing.
Yeah.
And literally telling myself, breathe, because I'd hold my breath. I'm underwater. I gotta hold my breath.
Well,
I got air.
it's natural. We're air breathers. So it's natural for us to want to hold our breath when we're underwater, but just breathe normal,
Right.
relax. Try not to panic, even in scary situations with giant otters. Just
Roots.
like they taught us in beach life saving and stuff. Panic kills.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Tom is overlapping at me because that's a dredging dude there. Let me tell you, he'll be underwater all day.
Oh yeah,
know.
Thomas and HD Shovelhead. There's some serious dredgers. Jason Keith. Uh, give me a go and we'll give another thing away of yours, Andy. Count me down, brother.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. I got 2 more of the sluices and then the pay dirt, so whatever you think.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nightbot will let you know who won. In 5.
What he says. Just talk with
before too much.
David.
Yeah. There is David Villa.
David
David,
Villa.
you're not subscribed. Wait a minute, David.
Yeah.
This says you weren't subscribed to this channel. I did. That's what the Nightbot said.
What?
He said that about Nancy too. Weird.
Oh well, David Villa. What the F? You're here every week and you're not subscribed? What the blazing's wrong with you?
Gotta be a total mistake.
You're David Villa. You're disqualified. Send me your address, David. You know the address. flashingyourpan@gmail.com.
They said that about Nancy too. I'm going, what?
Oh well. Geez, thanks. I feel loved. I've known David Villa for years now online. Always thought he was a subscriber.
Oh man, they're all heavy metal says Nancy can take a hike too.
No, it's all right. It's all right, but would love to have all of you be part of the Flash fam.
Absolutely. Well, Nancy, it's when your name came up on Nightbot, it said you were not just subscribed to this channel.
Yeah, it tells us.
Busted.
But I've had to resubscribe to like Aqua Jigger like 20 times.
What?
I've had to resubscribe to Darcy Cooper, which I've been subscribed to since 07. And I'm like, what the hell? I know I've been subscribed to him. No wonder I haven't been getting any notifications.
All right.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Welcome to the Flash fam. All right.
Thanks, Bronx.
And keep on chatting because it ain't over with yet, ladies and gentlemen, and you gold diggers out there, whatever your gold may be.
What, Mr. Lodak, you had to unsub to Ray and Bob a few times? Why, were they getting bad?
Unsub.
Ray and Bob, yeah, I bet, Mr. Lodak.
Reg wants to know if gold is the only thing you mine for. Have you been interested in mining other minerals such as copper and silver?
There's something that just infatuates me about silver. To find an ore and then have to because you don't find it as a metal, right? You have to smelt it or whatever. yeah, you find an ore. I am fascinated with silver. I want to find it, but I haven't done anything like that. Basically, we play around and find garnets, and that's like the best little gemstones we find here. But gold's been the main thing, but I want to get into it all.
You have any platinum occurrences on the island?
Nothing. I don't think so, because I have just never found it. I always remember reading and studying and looking what it looks like so that I would know if I found it. But I seem to think we don't have it on the island. But someone would probably know, if would correct me on that. But I've never found a piece.
You can. There is a pay dirt seller that does sell pay dirt with that in it.
Yeah, he's
Platinum.
from the Okanagan.
Gino. That's the name of his page now. I can't. Eureka Gold Sands.
Eureka Gold Sands, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to buy a bag of pay dirt from him with platinum in it, he has it.
He does. But that's really funny right there. A miner buying pay dirt.
Yeah, I have.
Barb won.
It was just from just I don't know. It was just Alaska gold flakes. It was like a $10 bag. I seen it at the hardware store, and I was like,
I did that on accident too. But Barb won. Barb, I'll get your address from Dano. P.O. box or address. Congratulations, Barb.
She hear you? She must be in the bedroom.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's watching.
She's watching. I think she's
yeah, you won, Barb.
This says you do not subscribe to the channel.
Yes, I am.
You too?
She just did. She subscribed.
Boy, I'm gonna jump up in subscriptions tonight. Everyone who won hasn't been subscribed.
Said she's already subscribed.
I wonder if
Strange.
that's a Nightbot. then.
Doggone Nightbot. Stupid Nightbot.
Nightbot's not all the way away.
Right.
Awesome. Well, no win.
Bob,
Jason.
I'm subbed.
You want a little gold sluice.
Jason out of here.
Jason AU, Colorado. Good night.
Good night. Have a great night, Jason. Great week. Until
So
next time.
You don't have a bunch of gemstones on your island then, other than garnet?
I think we do. I don't know, like, do they call agates and stuff gemstones? I don't know. I'm sure we got a lot of stuff.
Do you go arrowhead hunting with Polly?
I'm supposed to, and I've meant to a bunch of times, but I believe that's off island where they do that. I would love to do that as well. I don't know anything about it. It's one of those things that I don't know if they like turn that in when they're done or how that works, but I need to do it all.
They
More
sell
hours.
pay dirt, but God forbid they sell some snuffer bottles. Klondike Mike said that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no kidding.
There has to be a inside joke in there somewhere, huh, Andy?
Yeah, it's a local store. He commented that $10 pay dirt, and I said, yeah, it's a local store called Capital Iron, and they had Alaskan pay dirt. I don't know who the provider was, but it was like I got like less than $1 worth of gold out of it. It was just a $10 bag, so I just
Wow.
couldn't leave it. I just tried it one time.
Yeah, you gotta check it out, right?
Yeah, it was. I was
That'd be
surprised to see they had pans and stuff. So
And then like walking by a sandbar and not taking a sample.
Bronx
Yeah.
718, New York City, says, is Alaskan pay dirt good? I guess it depends who you buy it from.
Yeah, it really does depend who you buy it from.
Do
The
your
flakes were
homework.
really neat.
Oh, were they? But
They
still.
were neat flakes, yeah, like ultra flat. It was like what I expected. It looks like, just looked like, you know, it had traveled a long distance. They were,
That's kind of how they were in the Skagit Valley area, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
on the Nooksack. Real flat, big, scaly flakes. You look at
Yeah.
them and you go, "Woo, nice smile on your pan," and they're real thin.
that's right. It doesn't weigh up, but they look vivid. You get a good side shot to look at. That's like our Fraser River here. It's just a gigantic river, and the golds all come really far down it, and you can get pickers and you can get bigger nuggets for sure, but 90% of it is just it like they might look sizable, but they're just pulverized, ultra flat.
It sounds a lot
Right.
like the Skagit area and the Nooksack, South Fork in particular. I'm just wondering about platinum though, because you'd seem like you're so close to my area of Washington, and we have uh oh, what doggone twin sisters is pretty much olivine, all olivine. And
Oh, yeah.
that's where a lot of the platinum comes off of, we get in the Nooksack. And it just
Oh, wow.
amazes me that you haven't found any platinum over there yet. And there's a lot of platinum on the Similkameen and the Okanagan. So,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the one river I hear about platinum all the time, is the Similkameen, and it's got to be here on the island. It's funny.
One day. Do you
Yeah.
have any nephrite there, or Pacific Northwest jade?
I don't think on the island. We got to go to like the mainland around Hope, and kind of through the central BC along the American border ish, kind of close there, and that's where we start finding some of that BC jade. I'm not sure if they call it nephrite or not, but it's not the really deep green stuff. We're just a couple weekends ago, actually, we were out that way looking and finding the jade, and it's not like where you can see deep into it. It's these deep black rocks. It's kind of different, but nothing on the island. But some guy, you know, there's probably, I need to look more into that. I wish I could, I wish I'd have asked some of those questions, but
maybe
I was gonna say
something, get your fingers working on your research now. Platinum
Right.
occurrences on Vancouver Island.
A little bit ago, you mentioned that you had agate on your island. Agate
you know, I
has-
don't actually find it. I think we do.
Yeah.
I think we do. I don't know. Paulie goes out and gets stones, and I think that he finds agates, and there's something here called dallasite that I believe even his uncle had a part in naming or something like that. And it's kind of unique, I think, to the island or something, and it looks a lot like an agate to me, but gosh, I clearly have a lot more to learn about that.
Don't we all?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
the alarm sounded off, and I'm getting lots of
Agate,
agates here.
dallasite, and obsidian.
Yeah. Nice.
Paulie
nice.
says. Lots of agate. Yeah, okay. I did seem to remember him finding.
Agate has value to stone lapidary people, especially if you can get the big pieces.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone count me down.
3.
Yeah, we find that flower stone.
2, 1.
Smack it.
Smacked.
And rhodonite, that's right.
Cool.
Jasper. I think we got Jasper.
Jason Keith.
Does not subscribe to your channel either.
What the hell's wrong with you people? Doggone it,
For
brother.
sending the socks.
I think it's messing with
Jason Keith, you're in the Dominican Republic. Send me either your mom's address or we could have it come to us. Let me know. But email me at flashinyourpan@gmail.com or message me on Facebook. So
I quite
there's,
like Jasper too, Nancy. It sure looks cool polished.
We've got some new people in here that are new to what we do in general.
okay, well, explain.
The best advice we can give you in general is to find a local gold club, join them for a little while, learn.
Right. If you're brand new, it will help you with properties. That's the
Right.
big issue. I
Jason,
don't
Right.
know about Canadian law, but out west, claim jumping's a class A felony and it could get you in some trouble and get
Jason
all
Keith-
your equipment taken from you and what?
Jason Keith will bring his to the bash with you.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay, bring it to the bash. So you could mail that to me, Andy. Wow.
Awesome.
No,
Jason,
you'll
did you-
get it, Jason.
Save you one postage, send my wife's to him too, because I see it all the time.
Okay. That will
So-
kill two birds with one package, Andy.
Yeah, just send them both.
Excellent. Sounds
Uh,
good.
Yep, that'll be easy this way. We'll give it to them at Flash Bash. I see the Dream Nat's in the house.
David
Great
says I'm
bastard.
subscribed for sure.
Hey, David Peterson, how you doing?
He says Ed's just pretending not to be crazy.
Ed is crazy, pretends not to be. You're right. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah.
Gosh,
I know I'm crazy, so I must not be insane.
They just ain't caught him yet. That's all it's wrong.
Yeah, I've got papers.
I need to get my white suit refitted. My straight jacket. Oh.
Yeah, but so anyways, yeah, go to like I think Bronx here was asking that question, he's new. Yeah, join a local club, man. If you can, look on Facebook or YouTube. There's local clubs. You want to learn more? Also, there's on the inner zone here. There's a place called GoldProspectorSpace.com. Join that place, and you can learn a lot from a lot of different people. Lots of friendly people. Good advice. Good place to learn some things.
There's a lot of good people in the chat room a lot of times with a lot of knowledge.
Ask away.
A lot of threads.
Right.
DIY sections, videos, you name it.
YouTube is where we check everything. Even to this day, you look at anything new or anything we haven't done before.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then don't be afraid to ask those questions that you might think are silly, but
Well, there's no such thing as a silly or dumb question. It's just answers that can be
Right.
dumb and silly.
Right. Blue Footed
That's
Booby.
right,
How
yeah.
are you tonight?
What was that?
Blue Footed Booby has joined us tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's probably like, wow, you guys are still on? We're in overtime.
We're in overtime.
Time flies when you're having a good time, and I believe
Yeah.
there's one left, right? Grand prize.
Yeah, the grand prize. Yeah, the AndyThraxx luxury pay dirt, the one and only bag.
One and only. Andy
Oh, I better
Thrax
chat it.
page.
I'm gonna chat and this one because I want to win that.
Well,
Yeah.
time's up. You better hurry up.
I am,
The hot item.
and
Come on, alarm. Shut up.
Run the night crew this summer. Heck yeah. We want to
Uh,
run 24 hours. So we need a few people to come by. Someone
maybe-
asked a while back when the last person was shot on a claim for claim jumping. And I actually got a story when I was about 14 years old. I lived in a farm right at the entrance to the logging road area that goes out to our claims.
Uh-huh.
Before I had any claims, and all of a sudden I was just mowing the lawn or something, and like 6 cop cars went flying by and an ambulance and then a bunch more, and we were wondering what it was. And it not until about 3 years ago I bought my trommel, my feed conveyor, and a bunch of mining equipment off of a guy that was mining up there, and he told the story, and it was actually a guy shot his partner with a shotgun, just 2 claims, maybe 3 claims up from the ones I have now.
Ooh.
wow.
Because a little flash flood, he had his dredge tied to the side of the creek, and a little flood came and tore his dredge down when he wasn't there. And it disappeared, and he came back and found his buddy mining there, and was like, "Where's my stuff?" And the guy didn't know, and he literally pulled out a shotgun and shot him from across the creek. The guy was peppered with shots.
Wow.
And was able to get carried out with another buddy and walked out on his own steam, but with like an arm around him. And the cops came in from 2 different kind of entrance ways and grabbed the guy. But at the end of the day, no charges were laid. It was all kind of like the guy's like, yeah, it was a misunderstanding. And, believe it or not, I couldn't believe it, but there was an actual shootout in where Polly and I go sniping and stuff, and just up from the claims.
Wow.
So it's pretty recently. People still shoot people over that.
Yeah, GoPro Unlimited. When the last time a person got shot for claim jumping? Yesterday.
Yeah, that was about 2008.
Yeah.
It does happen.
or more recent. I wouldn't be surprised, right?
Andy, you want to show those prizes again so people know what they won? They kind of.
So we
I
got
don't know what
a
they
full
won.
functional
That's
miniature river sluice,
It
and you can actually
works.
pull out the bars and clean out the moss and the expanded metal.
We
It's fully
expect
functional.
videos on them.
That's right. That's kind of the unsaid part of the giveaway, is that we want to see pictures and videos of you using it, because these are, like we were saying, legal in all bathrooms and living rooms. And then there is this, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, my phone thing. There it is. AndyThraxx luxury painters. It's a special bag. It's a one and only item.
And we haven't
Luxury
given that
item.
away yet, right?
I think
No,
that's the final.
that's the
top
grand
prize.
prize. Someone please count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Oops. Wrong button.
Wrong button.
And who?
Somebody might wonder what luxury painter it is.
BC Trails.
BC Trails.
And does not subscribe either.
What the?
Good for you, BC Trails. You better
BC
subscribe now.
We're the painter bag. Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
If you know Andy, send him your address, but email me at flashinyourpin@gmail.com. Please let me know who you are and the others I know. Let me see. I better write those down. Barb,
Get it right.
Barb and Jason Keith is who I need to worry about. And then we have
Nancy.
Nancy Bliss.
So that guy lives down for me.
Who else were
Dirt
there?
with hair extensions and fake eyelashes.
BC Trails.
That's hilarious. Dream Matt.
1, 2, 3, 4. That should be all of them. What did David say? Luxury paid their dirt with their
David wants something.
fake eyelashes.
I'm reading what Bob said.
David Villa won something too. He won a sluice.
Oh yeah, David Villa, that's right. David
Downey-
Villa. 1, 2,
You can't get
3.
Dano balls or Andy's bag, either one. Bob's
But-
not happy.
I thought there were only 4 prizes.
Right.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Barb, Jason, Nancy, BC Trails.
What did
Right.
Jason win? When did Jason win?
One was an accident. I think it was Barb.
You heard that, right?
No.
I'd have I'm trying to scroll back and look.
Said, I don't think so, Ed.
Yeah,
In other words, next time you see her, it could get ugly.
it would have been a miniature sluice box, Jason. Yeah, David.
I think David won first, didn't he?
Worthy.
I think it was David, then Nancy.
Don't worry, Ottis, you'll get to meet my wife in July, so you'll get a dose of it too.
It won't let me scroll back and damn it. I'm gonna have to watch this whole damn video again. Well, either way, if I went too far, Andy, I'll help make it up. Excellent.
I might have missed that, but yeah, I'll make sure that it all we'll figure it out between between us and get them all to the right people.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Oh man. Where's that?
Nancy, David, Jason, BC. No, because Barb won something too.
Yeah, Barb
we'll get
won
it.
something.
We'll get it taken care of. So we are a half hour overtime.
Yeah, definitely.
wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, don't it?
I have so much more to talk about too.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's get started.
we usually try and keep it at 2 hours, but whenever we have a great guest like you, Andy, we always go into overtime. Hey,
Thank
my
you.
brother's in the house. About time.
He was
He's
in
been
there
in here.
earlier.
Oh, he's been here?
I was really looking forward to chatting with you guys. So, and I hope Rose was here tonight, but that's too bad. But
Hey,
Yeah.
Ed,
Yeah.
book him for the next opening. That's easy as that.
Well, that'd be in June. Is my next opening. We'd love to have you back sometime, Andy.
Andy, every last Tuesday of the month, we have open mic night. You can always come in, call in that night if you want. You got, things you want to talk about.
Yeah.
I would love to take advantage of that.
Our open
This was my
line
first
Tuesday.
live thing, so I feel a lot better at just accomplishing it once. So I'm sure that you'll have trouble getting rid of me now.
Yeah, we do have our open line Tuesday, the last Tuesday of every month, which that'd be next Tuesday. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Ottis says Andy lives on an island. He needs to talk to someone.
That's right. And I got to
Excellent.
ride a ferry just to see anybody.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I intend to do more videos, Chris. Obviously, there's a bunch in the works, and we're ramping up, and more stuff's coming. The YouTube is my main focus next to gold mining. They're like parallel focus. I'm loving sharing the journey. So,
oh, you're getting up there really good. You'll be competing with Paulie here in no time, won't you?
I'm chasing him down. I told him I'd always stay like a few hundred behind him, just so that he never gets upset.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I think Ed Marvin will subscribe to you too.
Open mic night. Yeehaw is right. We've been waiting for you to call in.
Yeah, it's good to see you in our chat, David. We've missed you. Say hi to Debbie.
Love to make it out there one day, Reg.
Yeah, I forgot I had that, and I turned on my camera. Shame on you, Jeff.
Chris Neville says, I live in Washington, so I'm just down the way.
Yeah, we have quite a few homies from Washington State in the house. It's great seeing all of you, though, from no matter what shore you're from. Tasmania, right. The mainland Oz, East Coast, West Coast. Hey, ECP's in the house. Good to see you.
It's tied up, Chris.
It's back here. I still have quite a few months before I could hack it off again. Yeah, I think it has to be 11 inches or longer.
Andy, what's your YouTube channel name?
It's AndyThraxx Mining.
AndyThraxx Mining, okay.
AndyThraxx Mining. Yeah, I'll get a URL in the chat room. Everyone, if you're not yet subscribed to AndyThraxx, do yourself a favor, head over there, subscribe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we focus on fun and adventure.
That's what it's about. It's about fun. If it ain't fun, why do it?
Right.
100%. And if I can show something of what I learned along the way, because I am absorbing stuff from every one of you guys. I watch as many YouTube prospectors as I can possibly subscribe to. Every day I'm hunting out new people, and from the simple to the elaborate to the sophisticated and the funny to the quiet and methodical. I love them all. I love truly seeing it all. I make a day every so often to really just watch other people's videos, and I'm so grateful for people watching mine. And so I just feel it's the least I can do. And I'm interested.
I hear that, man. I hate to really know how many I'm subscribed to. It's like, oh my God.
It's easy to find out.
Oh, I know.
I'm on about 300 or something like that. Over 300, almost 400, I think. I probably
wow.
On my side, it said I beat you, Mr. Lodak. I'm surprised.
I made a list of everybody I'm subscribed to. and I wanted to mention everybody, but there's just I just can't. So many. Yeah, I'm watching.
Let me see real quick. It's not hard to wind up with a lot of people you're subscribed to, because you watch a YouTube video and you go, oh, I like that, I'm gonna subscribe and watch again, watch something else. And sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, but heck, it's always cool when someone brings up a new I've got over 360 subscriptions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't-
Rob
that's a lot.
Random, good morning.
I don't watch them all, but I watch a lot of them and I check them out, and I got a custom.
Yes, I might miss the odd one, but I always try to pop back and see and catch up. And I love seeing other people's take on things. Like
Right.
people might just face their high banker a different way, or just people's ideas of what works better. It's sometimes it's an eye opener.
And there's always little hints, little shortcuts, little tricks to help, to make your job easier too. If you just, if you're watching and paying attention.
Different.
Absolutely.
Little tips here and there from different people. May not always like their whole video, but man, if I can come out of there with a new tip or something like that, I'm willing to watch.
Different types of equipment they use. I mean, I got a Hahn coop. I mean, a lot of people's got a Hahn coop. I got a high banker dredge Hahn coop. It's actually got 3 sluices.
Oh, I like that.
You've got a nugget trap on. Go back and look at my videos. You get a chance. Go back to some of my first videos and look at it and see what you think about it. It's pretty interesting and it works real well.
That's super cool. Sluice is defined separately from the main.
Yeah, it's got 2 different sluices. It's got a nugget trap, a coarse, and then a finer sluice as you shovel it in or dredge it in.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard that I recognize the name, and I think it's like a built-in grizzly section, and it drops through and goes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love that. I love the idea of that.
Works good, but it's about a 3-man operation to get it in and out of the creek.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
beast, all right.
That's right. Pros and cons to everything. Hey.
Yes.
Right.
Backpack dredge because my 2 buddies I started with don't prospect no more, so I had to lighten up so I can get in and out of the creek.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Yeah, I've had a lot of prospecting buddies come and go over the time, and not everybody is as crazy as me to stay with it. But I think I found the guys I like to be around now.
Right.
They're
Good.
sick, gold sick as I am. So
Good group of gold sick, gold fevered. Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna have
helps.
an addiction, you might as well have one where you could actually gain some new wealth from it, along
right.
with some great adventures and new friends.
Hey, you guys, prospecting just posted. He says he's going to be posting a video on homemade forge.
Oh, excellent! I'll have to watch that one, Charlie.
Busted knuckles
Charles.
coming up a little late.
Hey, I saw it. Yeah.
How
Sean,
you
Busted
doing,
Knuckles,
Sean?
what's up?
Good to see you.
John, awesome to see you.
Brian Wilder, American Gold Prospector. Good
Wow,
to
yeah,
see you.
Brian.
That guy's a
Busted
dredging
Knuckles was an
machine.
early channel that I watched and took inspiration from.
Sure.
Oh,
Absolutely. Here's another.
I
Oh,
just
shoot.
wish the package I sent him 3 years ago would get there.
Hey, Brian, I tell you to call in, but I'm too late.
Too late, Brian. Too late. All right, everybody. She's triple overtime. Andy, again, anytime, you're more than welcome. I do book out rather far, as you know.
Yeah.
But like we said, any open line Tuesday, you're more than welcome to chime in. Give us the latest news on AndyThraxx Mining.
Yeah,
And,
did you see what Busted Knuckles said about you, Andy?
I missed it.
All right.
Took off so fast.
Now I take inspiration from Andy.
No,
That's so cool. It's amazing how I just love the YouTube family. I really love YouTube. It's another addiction. It's
yeah.
people sharing. I'm just so grateful that people are willing to share. It's the utter inspiration behind me deciding that I need to share, and that's what it's all about. It's like, it's just so amazing. So,
And yes,
cool.
the chat room wants you back. So definitely.
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
stoked. I got so many stories and so many things I want to say. So I will be looking for those live chats that I can pop into, and I'd love to be back another time too. So
Awesome. That'd be great. Everyone, you know, it's all your fault while we're here, and it's your fault why this is my favorite day of the week. And thank you very much. Until next week for Open Line Tuesday, may you all always have a flash in your pan.
And you know what he's going to say next.
That's right, because it happens. Ask Jason Keith, Ottis Farris, so many. Maybe one day too.
Gold prospector.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
Maybe one day too. We'll meet you on the river. Until then, God bless, and you know what? We're out of here.
Night, everybody.
Hi, folks.
good night, all. Thank you so much for staying around.
Cheers, Polly. Thank
Bigfoot.
you. Good night, Laura. Heavy Meadow, Melanie.
Wonderful job.
5, 4,
Bluefoot
I'm sorry if I missed
Ruby.
any comments. I really wanted to read them all and get back to everybody. There'll be more time though.
Yep. Bronx, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you make it back.
Yeah,
We-
definitely.
And we're here, 8 o'clock.
Every Tuesday night.
I'll see
Have
you.
yet missed a Tuesday night and going on 4 years.
Yep. Night, Debbie.
Amazing.
Thank you, thank you,
Amazing.
thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you guys as well.
You have a good one.
I had a blast tonight. I hope you all did too.
Such a pleasure to be a part of it.
No, it's